Hello, and welcome to the Codwagon Podcast. I'm your host, Cadwgan, and right beside me is my co-host, Hamish. How you doing, Hamish?
Yes.
Great, thanks for that. Is that all you're going to say? This
Yep.
is the first podcast we've actually ever made, and the first thing you're going to say is yes.
I'm a very positive person.
I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that.
I'm quite cynical.
Yes, you are. You're an awful person, really. I'm going to say that to you right now.
That's true. When Oxfam asked me for a charity
Yeah.
fundraising thing,
Yeah.
I just sent my bank balance and said, "Ha! Got more than you."
Well, actually, I don't know. I think Oxfam probably has a fair bit of money, to be honest with you.
That's true.
They're a bit like... Because they're like the main donation everyone goes to. Like, just go to Oxfam.
Oxfam's right, because they can afford adverts.
Yeah.
They must have quite a bit of money.
Why don't they just put all the money they put in adverts to...
To that.
Because it's expensive to have an advert, isn't it?
It is.
It must be in these like tens of thousands of pounds.
Yes.
And okay, I understand maybe they have like more people trying to... Like, they must have more people trying to kind of get him by doing that. But most people know who Oxfam is anyway. They don't need to advertise. No one's going to go, who's Oxfam? I don't think anyone knows who doesn't know who Oxfam is. Obviously, if you live in Britain.
Of course, yeah.
And is it in America as well?
I have no idea.
The world?
I think if you'd ask someone like from Belgium or something, oh, you heard of Oxfam? They go,
Yeah.
yes, it's that university.
Oh,
No, it's Oxford.
No, that's Oxford, I'm afraid. No.
Different thing.
Yeah.
Same money grabbing bastard. No, I think Oxfam does a good job.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I hate, was that Children in Need, the TV thing where they got all the comedy and everything?
Yeah.
If they just use that budget and give it straight to the kids.
Do the celebrities do it for free, though?
Yeah, I think so.
They must do, mustn't they? Because that'd just be taking the mick a little bit.
I need payment if you want to do this. It's just the thing holding the show itself. They got that massive stage. They've got massive TVs.
Yeah.
They've got to feed everybody and everything. And the main purpose is to feed people. But they're feeding the wrong people. They should be feeding the poor people.
What you're saying is everyone should starve like on the set. Then,
yeah, definitely.
But then they can get like a minute in their shoes sort of thing. A minute what people in Africa get sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm all for charity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just hate it when it's done in a sort of money-grabbing way.
Yeah.
We'll spend money on this because that's priority. Then we'll give what's rest to the actual sick people.
What you may not know about this podcast, if you've only just tuned in, is that this is actually a video game podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is where we talk a lot about video games and not about charities.
Not at all.
No.
Oxfam the game.
Yeah, well, Oxfam the game would actually be quite a good game.
Would it?
Yeah, what you have to do, you just throw money at African children. I think that would be quite a nice game.
What?
And then you see them getting richer, and they have more clothes and stuff.
What actually throwing money at people whose currency rate is a lot worse than ours do anything?
Okay, so don't throw money at them. Okay, we throw money at celebrities. So you start off in level 1, and that's you throw money at celebrities.
Or you rob the celebrities.
Oh, that could be a good... That could be like Thief, the game.
It's a stealth mission.
Yeah, we have to rob the celebrities, right? And then from the celebrities, right, we then have to start giving them money, to the charity. But you have to find out which ones you want to give it to. So do you have to give it to this country, or do you want to give it to this country? And then it becomes like an RTS. We have to build up a foundation, right, of money stolen, right? And then you have to give it out to different... You have to have like a transport system to where like different things like you know, what would a charity need? What did they give? Beds, food, water, like they give wells and stuff. So you can have like a well factory, and that well factory has to kind of go around the world.
Is this just a Richard Curtis version of Risk?
Yes!
It sounds that way.
It's a very nice game.
Go Papua New Guinea and build up.
That'd be a brilliant board game! Save the world, right? And it'd just be like, you have to kind of save the world from starvation, but you have against other corporations, like so Oxfam are against Red Cross, they're against Children in Need, and it's all like a giant battle.
Major war.
Yeah, it's a war of charities. It'd be an awesome game.
Sauron is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh no, he comes out with sugar.
And then with different versions later on, like Save Middle Earth and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So you have to save the Shire from lack of mutation.
Happiness.
Just too happy. It's too happy in the Shire.
Lack of soppiness.
Lack of soppiness.
Anyway.
So I just want to give a brief introduction to what the Codwagon Podcast will be about. Not about charities or board games, you can promise you that.
None of that.
But first of all, I actually want to know a bit more about Hamish. So, Hamish, what's your personal history, especially dealing with video games, and what kind of setup have you got at the moment?
My setup at the moment is I have an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One.
Yeah.
but I've only got 2 games for my Xbox One. And there's about 6 to choose from anyway.
That's not many.
No, and they're about 50 quid each.
Yeah, I know.
So that's not really my budget at the moment.
No, of course not.
Forget what I said about sending my bank balance to Oxfam, because that's not accurate.
They'll be laughing at you. The kids in Africa laughing at you.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, those are my main consoles, especially the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
They're both called Sasha Miranda.
Why? Why Sasha Miranda?
Sasha
both of them?
Both of them.
They're both called Sasha Miranda?
And my guitar is called Sasha Miranda.
Right.
And my other guitar is called Sasha Miranda.
Is your bed called Sasha Miranda?
No.
Right, why?
It's just stupid to
Not
name
important.
a bed.
Is it? That's the limit, is it?
It's just stupid.
It's stupid, is it?
Really
no,
stupid.
I'm calling your Xbox. That's alright, isn't it?
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. There'll be a modulator one day.
But then to be fair, you stay in your bed more than you actually play on your Xbox. Well, I don't know. I'm not
You
convinced.
don't
No, maybe
you don't
not.
know that.
No, I don't know that, actually, to be fair.
Spend about 15 minutes in bed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain doing what.
Dear God.
Yeah. But my other consoles, I've got some of the old vintage ones.
Yeah.
I've got the SNES.
Yeah.
I've got the N64.
Yeah.
PS1, PS2, the original NES, Sega Mega Drive, and a few Game Boys, Game Boy Advance, original Game Boy.
Do they all still work as well?
Yeah, they're all perfect in condition.
How
yeah.
the heck have you done that? The last console, the first console, proper big console I have was the N64.
Right.
And that didn't survive at all.
Didn't you chuck an N64 controller at your sister's head once?
No. Can't prove it. It was never proven.
Oh, that was a PS2 one, wasn't
it? No, it was the 64. That's worse. The 64 is huge.
Now I have a confession.
No, come on. She beat me, right, constantly in Mario Kart and kind of rubbed it in my face. So I decided that she needed a controller to her face. I won.
So now I have a confession. Now I have proof. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. What
about you? What consoles you got?
At the moment, my current setup is we've got a 360, I've got a PlayStation 2, I've got a 3DS, which I absolutely love. Honestly, I bought it about 2 years ago. I never really bought... I bought Game Boys, and I've always had the latest Game Boy, but the DS wasn't really interested in, to be honest with you.
No.
And then, like most Nintendo stuff, if it has something to do with Pokemon or Zelda, I tend to buy it fairly quickly. Pokemon X was coming out, so I was like, nope, I have to buy the 3DS just in case, just I need to get it.
I felt the same.
Yeah,
I really felt the same.
Yeah, the only reason I got a 3DS was because of the Pokemon. Damn it!
I got mine for the Mario Kart.
Oh yeah,
3D Mario Kart.
Is it out?
Yeah. It's one of the first games that came out with it.
Was it?
Yeah, it's really fun.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know 8's coming out soon as well, isn't it? For the 3DS and the Wii U.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It looks really... I saw some trailers on it. It looks really...
What the hell is with those 2DS things? I don't
know. No,
understand
I understand it. Okay, so the 2DS is designed for children.
Okay.
Because what's happened is, with the 3DS, it has the whole, Flappy bit.
Sorry, actually... right. Are we back to my bed now?
And so... You obviously open and close, and what's happening is the kids were just breaking off. They're just being too hard or they're being too rough, so it was constantly breaking off.
Right.
Sort of thing. And the kids probably weren't even using the 3D part of it anyway. It might have hurt their eyes because they're quite young.
Yeah.
So what they did is they created this kind of quite a sturdy model. So what it is I think it's just supposed to be designed for people who are quite prominent of breaking things.
Right.
Yeah.
Clumsy people.
Yeah, clumsy people technically.
Kids.
Yeah. What it also does, it takes majority of the money off. So it's about 200 quid these days for 3DS XL.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, the 2DS is 100.
Oh, okay, that's...
Yeah, so
that's
you get all the games. All the games are perfectly fine with it. All of them have the option of not putting 3DS on. To be honest with you, there's only a few games that actually really, really have the 3DS working for it. Like
right.
The Ocarina of Time, I think the 3DS is... the 3D of it is actually amazing.
Yeah.
And Pokemon's actually quite good as well.
Pirates of the Caribbean Lego is really good.
I haven't played it, so
good.
Yeah, because I know a few of them are, but you don't. It's not necessary. It's just a bit of ooh, this is actually quite cool. I'm not wearing glasses. It's like magic. Well, it's not weird. I absolutely love it really because it's just I don't like it because it drains the battery a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So I tend to just kind of flick it on just to see what was happening there, and then I'll put it back on again. But. Link Between Worlds, the new Zelda game that came out.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's bird's eye view style, so you wouldn't expect it to be 3D. It's really 3D.
Yeah. I
pretty much had the 3D the whole time playing that game. It looks really good for a game that you wouldn't really expect to be 3D. But
No.
It just has a little bit more depth to the game. But
I never thought Pokemon would be.
No, I didn't think either. But then
when you play some of the old games, or even when you play Black and White,
yeah,
you're thinking with each game that comes along, they always introduce something new into it.
Yeah.
But I never thought they'd go into the 3D thing.
The 3D models, you mean?
3D models.
Oh,
Or even playing in 3D itself.
Yeah. No, the 3D models, it needed to be done. I think it should have been done a lot sooner, to be honest with you. I know... I think Game Freak are a bit like cautious. They're always like, we've got it perfect, let's just make it a little bit better. But they don't want to do anything big really quickly.
Yeah.
And then I think when the 3DS came out, I think they went, no, we're going to go big. And it really paid off for them, I think.
That's good.
I had such a good time. And it was great because they didn't just put a load of new Pokemon, you couldn't play the old ones. All the old ones are in there as well.
Mm.
So you get like a proper nostalgia. Oh my god, this is how they all look and feel, and this is how they all... Yeah. Instead of having to watch the series or Pokemon Stadium, you actually got to see them in a 3D perspective. And it looks better than the Stadium, obviously. It's a few consoles behind now anyway, but it looks really good, and it felt like I was actually a trainer for the first time and not like a little pixel going... Even in the black and white, I felt a bit... I didn't feel like I was as involved with like feeling the Pokemon and sorry.
Yeah, it's just
I didn't mean feeling the Pokemon.
We're back to the bed again.
Back to the bed.
Floppy bitch. Yeah, moving on. Do you think that they're doing the same thing as Final Fantasy is doing? From the old turn-based action to it's more free-flowing now. You actually control the characters. Well, you still have to input the commands.
Yeah.
It is a lot more flowing.
I couldn't tell you, guys. I don't play Final Fantasy.
Fair enough.
I've only played 2. One of them, it was 10-2, which is, I played for about an hour and got bored.
I loved 10-2.
But Bombers then played 10, so...
Why the hell did you play 10-2?
I don't know, it was cheap.
PS2.
Okay. When it goes out on PS2, I think it was cheap, so I was like, I'll give it a go. No, I didn't like that. But I got the Final Fantasy 4 on the iPad.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. I mean, I think it's a really good game to have. I play for about half an hour and then I can put it away. It's expensive, like $10.99 for an app. That's quite expensive. Yeah. But for the size of Final Fantasy 4, I think it must be like 60 hours.
It's
ridiculous.
A really good game.
Yeah. I think it's worth £10 to be honest with you.
Definitely.
And they've updated all the graphics for it. So they're giving all the new characters like 3D sprites as well. Because I think before they were just kind of like...
Pixelized.
Yeah. And they were like 2D. There was nothing, you attack. But now they've actually added all the enemies and all the characters all have their own models and stuff like that. So it actually looks really good. I'm really enjoying it, to be fair. So I guess maybe this might be the stint where I start getting to Final Fantasy.
I really hope so.
But then people start telling me that, is it 14? It's just overly complicated now, and it's just like, there's 3 games out now, I think.
Oh, I didn't like 12 that much.
Is it 12? It's 12, I think it
12.
is. Yeah, 12 it is.
It's really weird, because in most of the games...
Pink-haired lady, yeah?
Yeah. In most of the games, you've got, sort of like creatures.
Yeah.
Like Ifrit was my favourite in Final Fantasy.
Wasn't there a giant elephant in...
Yeah, I think
that was
one
with a giant elephant, isn't it?
There was there's Shiva, there's things from different religions.
Yeah.
It's probably Ganesh, I think.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know.
But each game's got like these different demon things.
Yeah.
And you can summon them. They're called summons in Final Fantasy 7. And you summon them and then they do a move.
Yeah.
That beats the crap out of your enemy.
Yeah.
And then you can use them again for the rest of that match. And in each one of these games... these summons come back but in a different form.
Yeah.
Like, what's the one that just came out? Well, not really just came out. I think that one was 13.
It was 13.3 had just come out, I think. Lightning Returns or something.
Right, yeah, the first one then.
Yeah.
And one of the summons turns into a bike.
Yes!
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've seen my mate play it, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough they're adapting it.
Yeah.
But in the one before that, in 12, there weren't any summons, actual proper summons. They were all ships named Ifrit or Shiva.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So
okay.
they adapt it in each game.
Yeah.
But I really wish they would just kind of go back to basics and have these creatures, because
in
10 you got to control the actual creatures.
Yeah,
they would stand next to you and you're playing as them.
Yeah.
Telling them what moves to do and everything. So.
Well, because with Final Fantasy 4, I've just got this girl, and she does summons as well, but she only does it for a move. It's a move, so she summons a running chocobo, and the chocobo runs at them and hits them.
Yeah.
Chocobo's like a weird bird, like a yellow bird.
A yellow bird with a big beak.
Like an ostrich, a little bit.
It is, yeah, but a really cute ostrich.
Yeah, friendly ostrich.
And that name as well, Chocobo.
Chocobo, yeah.
Chocobo. No, Chocobo.
Chocobo.
Chocobo, not Chocobo. You don't choke the chocobos.
I could try.
No, you don't choke the chocobos. You choke a chocobo.
Yeah.
If you choke a chocobo, then you're going to choke the choc. But if you don't choke the choc, you're going to choke the chocobo.
Right.
We're drinking beer. You haven't noticed. I'm drinking quite
no, but the problem is, so that's the same. So but you just summon this one move. So like you say like she attack and you hit him. That's what in Final Fantasy 4 it's the same thing. You go summon chocobo, whatever. Right? It runs straight at the the enemy you've hit, and then it disappears again. You've got to summon it again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't mind it because it's like because it's more powerful than any of her magic.
Yes.
Because it's like a one-off boom sort of thing. But then I think later on in the games you can summon this like giant rock demon and stuff like that.
That's exactly
that.
that.
Yeah, but it's only one move, but it can destroy pretty much everyone on the like in the battlefield.
Really useful. And in some games you can only use them once per battle. So you've really got to time it perfectly. Like, if you're against someone that's going to hold out to the end, you've got to keep going until he's got just about what you think the damage is going to be. And then you bring him out for a last punch, or you start it off and just.
And then wait? Can you wait? Is it only one per game, or can you actually like wait a little bit and then like I say you can hit him and then there's a cooldown, and the cooldown's like 5 minutes. Then right at the end of the battle you can do it again, or is it only one per battle?
I think in Final Fantasy VII it's only one per battle, but in other games sometimes
it can change.
Change.
I haven't played enough. I've only played 4.
Definitely play 7. 7 is the game.
Oh no! You're not going to convince me till 7 because I am convinced that they're going to re-release 7.
They probably are.
They've just released it on Steam, but it's just the same game.
Yeah.
They've just released, so I think they brought it out. They brought it out on PS3 as well, didn't they? And then a few years later, Steam got it. But it's the same game. I'm convinced that they're going to release a HD, brand spanking new one. That they've just redone the whole texture of everything, right? And I think it's be when Final Fantasy everyone's bored of it, and they'll be like, okay, we need to get something to get everyone back into Final Fantasy again, and they'll re-release 7 massively, and everyone will be like, oh god!
Honestly,
same like kind of graphics of like Advent Child or something like that, you know, that sort of style. But
it is the game that got me into gaming.
Yeah.
It is I remember the exact moment I was playing. When I first saw Final Fantasy VII, it was New Year's Eve, and I was spending it in the Prince of Wales. There's a pub in North Wales. There's about 1 million of them by that name. Across the world. And we were upstairs, because all the adults were downstairs, and the kids were allowed there legally after this time. We were upstairs, and we found the secret stash of pork scratchings. Of
course, every bar, pub and club needs a secret stash of pork scratchings.
Of course, of course.
If you don't have one, then what's the point of having a bar?
What's the point? You're not a real barman.
No.
Hell with that, you got cast
You don't need to use them. You could just buy more pork scratchings, but you need a secret stash.
Definitely.
Because the apocalypse will come any moment, and you'll be like, man, I'm proper hungry. I need something salty. I need some form of pig rind. Oh, pork scratchings.
Shaun of the Dead.
So, yeah.
They call them pig snacks and that, because pork scratchings are kind of copyrighted that name.
No, they're not. I know they're not. I learned from last time.
Shit.
He tried to convince me that they were copyrighted, the name pork scratchings, and I actually fell for it.
That was hilarious. But anyway,
you thought so.
Yeah, I did. But anyway, I was upstairs.
Yeah.
And it was about 10 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
And I was looking through this window, and across the road is a greasy spoon, and they must have been having an office party up there.
Yeah.
And I was looking across. I was waiting for these fireworks to come in the air. But as I looked across, some women in the party...
Where are you going with this?
Not back to the bed. But they saw us.
Yes.
And we were just like, hello, we'll wave to you, hello. And then they unleashed their breasts.
Right.
They flashed us their breasts. And that was the first time that I ever saw a pair of breasts.
You were talking about Final Fantasy VII.
I was terrified, Kaduk. I was terrified of breasts. So the only thing I could do to avert my eyes away from those niplets looking into my soul was to turn to this TV, and there I saw it. I saw Final Fantasy VII on that TV, and I fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
From when you jump off the train at the beginning of the car, you see Barrett jump off with his machine gun arm, my favourite character, and after that, things happen that you really need to escape from, especially as a kid. And my dad saw that I really related to that.
Yeah.
So he bought me that game.
Oh, cool.
And whenever I need to escape, I'd go into that.
Yeah.
And I loved Barrett so much. I've got this little Mr. T toy. He looks like Mr. T.
Yeah.
So I got my Mr. T toy, and I got a load of blue tack, strapped it to his hand, and then just blue tacked a gun up to his arm. I was like, I got a Barrett toy. But everyone was like, no, it's Mr. T with blue tack.
You can always pretend. You're a kid, you imagine it, don't you?
Yeah,
You got to have an imagination when you're a kid, and really, I thought Final Fantasy was quite like an adult game, wasn't it? But I guess...
It really was.
But, oh, yeah?
Yeah, but adults wouldn't know, because it is very cartoonish.
Yeah, of course.
But the content is quite mature.
Oh, okay.
But,
so the time you were playing Final Fantasy VII, I was playing Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, to be fair,
greatest game ever, though.
Well, I'd already grown up 10 years too early by seeing a pair of breasts through the window. So that content was nothing.
How old are you again?
I don't know, I was really young, I was about 7 or 6.
Okay.
I grew up early. Anyway, Banjo-Kazooie, that was your game.
Oh no, man!
So
64 was pretty much. Well, I know we had the Sega Mega Drive, but I never had a really interest in playing it. But I used to spend hours, and we never used to get Banjo-Kazooie. We never used to get past the third level, the third door. We used to just be stuck there, and then we just restart the game again because we just couldn't do it. And it's all we ever did. And we weren't great. Me and my sister used to play it for ages and ages and ages, but we weren't good. But we just played the game because we just really just kind of enjoyed the kind of atmosphere and how like happy clappy the game kind of is, really.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think that's really, I think that kind of got me into like console gaming. But really, what got me into kind of like handheld was definitely gaming in general was when I got the Game Boy Color. And I got Pokemon Red, and my sister got Pokemon Blue.
Oh yeah.
And that's when it all kicked off for me. I think that's when I really oh wow. And we also had Super Mario Land 2, the one with Wario in it, the one where you have to defeat Wario at the end.
I don't know. I had Wario Land.
Oh no! This is the one where you have to. This is Wario's like first game sort of thing he was ever in.
Oh cool.
Yeah. So it's an introduction to Wario as the bad guy, and Mario has to go back to his castle and fight him, sort of thing. But you have to go through all these like special token doors.
Right.
You have to go through all these different levels, and then they get this little medal, and the medal goes into the door. And when you've got all the medals, the door unlocks, and you have to fight like one of the bloody hardest levels of the flipping game. It's ridiculous. It really escalates quickly. That last level is just like it's all quite a breeze. Like, oh, this is quite easy. And then you get to that last level, like, whoa, god! you don't know how to do it at all. But
what did you think of Waluigi?
What do you mean?
You had Wario.
Yeah.
It was like Mario in the version. And everyone really, really loved Wario.
Yeah.
I'm a Wario. I'm not gonna win.
Yeah.
He's my favourite character. I'm going dressed up as him for a stag night.
Yeah.
But when for some reason Waluigi came out, people hate him. People really genuinely hate him.
I think it's because he hasn't really had like anything like I said, like Wario's first like introduction was in Super Mario Land 2. And that was like a long time. That was Game Boy. Like first Game Boy.
Grain Boy, you say?
Grain Boy.
Grain Boy.
Grain Boy? What's Grain Boy?
Sounds like a crap superhero.
Grain Boy.
No, actually, Oxfam should get him.
Yeah, Grain Boy.
Kids, Grain.
No, that should be part of the board game. You get a superhero as you advance into the game, right? And then what you do is with the superhero, right? He can fly over. Wait,
no, he's Grain Boy. He can't fly.
He can just produce grain.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no. If he shot grain so fast, it could levitate him. So he could be like Iron Man, when he has like rockets. And he kind of flies up, like levitates up. He can use grain as such a like power that he starts levitating up, and then just throws grain at people.
Do you ever wonder why Stanley always rejects our ideas?
I think he'd love it. Grain Boy. What a good idea.
Grain Boy.
Grain Boy, saving the world, one country at a time. No, one seed at a time.
I'd rather have Suggestion Boy. Suggestion Boy and Burnt Face Man.
Yeah, but who would be his bad guy? Who would be Grain Boy? I think it would be Raven Man.
He
just goes around and eats the grain.
Right, okay.
But then it's his arch enemy because he can't defeat him. Because what he'll do is his only power is to throw grain at him, and the Raven will keep eating it.
Why doesn't he recruit Rice Man? Trick Raven Man. Or Raven Boy, whatever.
Yeah, we'll do a collab with Rice Man.
Yeah.
He comes back when he comes from like where's rice produced? China?
I don't bloody know.
We don't know.
No.
We just eat it. We don't really know where it comes from.
I don't really eat it. I can't be bothered. It's tasteless.
I want to know like a bit of like what are your favourite games? Like let the like audience know like what's some of your what would be like particular like notable games that you like you can still remember right now, like you can remember the whole story and how everything works, and you can get back to it so many like you can complete it in like an hour sort of thing. What are those sort of games?
Halo would be mine. Definitely at the top, I'd say.
Which one?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them, and all the books,
yeah.
all the lore, every single game. Halo Wars, Halo 1, 2, 3, Halo Reach, Halo ODST. Then you've got Halo 4.
Yeah.
And well, they remade Combat Evolved, but all those games. Then you've got the books like Ghosts of Onyx, Fall of Reach, Contact Harvest.
Yeah.
And it all adds up into amazing, really amazing lore. The characters, the universe, everything is fantastic, and I can revisit it anytime I want and get straight back into it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Halo, but strangely enough, I'm not a multiplayer person. I don't go on it to piss off Americans while playing and hitting
It's not
on
Americans, is it?
Is it?
Oh no, yeah, I guess it would be, isn't it? I would say it's more.
on multiplayer,
Yeah.
always Americans play.
I was like 14-year-old like little douchebag who's going, I pwned you.
Actually, you and me about, I don't know, 6 years ago, we were playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
And this one guy was like, I can't believe I lost, man. I can't believe I lost.
Yeah.
And you and me were like, we're talking to him during a microphone.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's a game. No, man, Halo is my life. We were pissing ourselves laughing.
It's so sad.
You used to get in the menu before you play a game, you got
Yeah.
two people talking, and the guy saying like, "Man, I'm gonna beat you to hell," and this other guy being really cocky. Oh yeah, bring it on, buddy, bring it on. Then afterwards,
Yeah.
that guy lost,
Yeah.
and all you hear is, "You got nothing, man. You got nothing." So they can make a comedy sitcom.
Yeah, like literally, no, I think multiplayer in online is literally just kind of like, especially, I think the Xbox is worse than any of them.
Oh god.
Like, you just any game you play, especially with shooters, I don't know if it's the aggression that happens or the endorphins that hit people when they're playing and shoot someone. I've no idea. But people seem to be really angry.
Taking
There's
it
some very
seriously.
angry people online.
This is life or death. No,
Yeah,
it's not.
no.
It's an Xbox.
It's a couple of ones and zeros trying to shoot you. Don't worry about it, mate.
Jesus Christ.
But then you can find that in most games, I guess. But you don't. I think shooters definitely have to be the worst.
Modern Warfare,
Oh,
like Call
yeah.
of Duty games. I love Halo, Final Fantasy. I really like the Lego games. They're just a bunch of fun.
You gotta admit though, you must have your favourite. You must have one that you just kind of go back to, like oh, okay, I'm gonna go back to this one again.
I think the first Batman one was my favourite. Though
Oh,
I played
really?
the Star Wars one.
Yeah,
The Batman one kind of brought a new dimension into it, I think.
the first one more than the second one.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
even though the second one was big and everything, it was huge. But when you play something like Arkham Asylum, it introduces you into that kind of style, those kind of characters, the reimagining of everything.
Yeah.
And then you play Arkham City.
Mm.
Yeah, it's bigger, it's cool, it's awesome, but it's not as good as when you first get pulled into that world.
Mm.
And I feel like the same with the first Batman game. It's not really the same set of rules, but it's established. And it really brought more to the Lego games than Star Wars games.
Okay.
Because in Star Wars games, you know what's going to happen. You're going to go through this until Lego. It's all through the films. Yeah, very good, very good. But Batman was completely original
Yeah.
to its own plot.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, things like that. Star Wars games, Battlefront 1 and 2, nothing more I can really say about them. Kane and Lynch, realistic games. Even the first one's a little dated by now. It's so much fun.
Didn't Dog Days get absolutely like panned?
It did, yeah. But if you play it with somebody, some of the best things have been panned because they're so terrible. They're good.
Aliens.
Aliens, yeah. What?
Colonial Marines.
Right theme of the film?
No, man!
That's like the best film ever.
I mean the game. This is a video game podcast, not a film podcast.
There's loads of alien games, sorry.
Oh yeah, but not
The
as
PS1.
not as one has been panned as bad as the Alien Colonial Marines.
Oh, that was so bad.
But so kind of yeah, I
Fun
understand what you
voices
mean. It
good.
was I think it was enjoyable, and there was little references here and there that I kind of like. Oh yeah, but then really it was a bit like the bugs were awful.
You get a motion tracker in it. You might have seen them in the films, like, you know, you're moving it about and now something's moving. It goes beep, beep, beep. There's no need to even have that in that game. Because the AI is so stupid. Once they see you, they run at you.
Yeah.
They don't try and sneak you around.
No.
They just run straight at you like fucking idiots.
It's so ridiculous. So I kind of noticed, Jen, that you're definitely a sci-fi fan.
Oh yeah,
What
sci-fi.
games you gone?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you're a Dead Space fan as well, aren't you?
Dead Space fan, definitely.
Yeah.
Resident Evil as well.
So you're definitely going for the sci-fi, whereas my list tends to be a bit different. I'm more of a fantasy person.
Yes.
Nearly every game that I play that I love, and I mean really doing love, and that I I'm proactively like going like looking for like what's any more information that I can find about the certain area or a certain place. I will sort of thing.
Yes, you will.
It's definitely has to be a fantasy. So a few notable ones: Zelda, Pokemon, but we've had a quick chat about that already. Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
That's a mix between sci-fi and fantasy, in the way that a lot of the story tends to be kind of sci-fi in the way that everyone's got their powers and we're all like everyone's coming here in spaceships, even though it's quite based in one world.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming around the universe sort of thing, and a lot of the machinery and guns are using a very like kind of sci-fi base sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I also kind of see it very fancy because of all the kind of like creatures and the you get a definite fantasy kind of vibe off it, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't seen these things before, and they're not like normal, like they're not aliens because obviously it's their home world, so obviously you're
You're
the
the
alien,
aliens.
yeah, sort of thing. So I kind of, and then also Diablo 2 and 3 are just the best games ever.
Right,
I know people do not like Diablo 3, especially all the hardcore fans of Diablo 2, but it's just so much fun just to jump in and just play better with people, I'd say, especially on the Xbox or PS3 or PS4 versions that are coming out. But I've played that game 9 or 10 times, done the same acts again and again and again, and I can still do it. Yeah, we've literally just come off playing it, so I could do it again. I could literally start a new character again and do that all the acts again.
Yeah.
And I read all the books and everything. And another one is Skyrim. Now, I know people say Oblivion. I didn't actually enjoy Oblivion as much as I did in Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't the story is better in Oblivion. I would definitely, but the Skyrim just kind of. It looks so beautiful, and especially because I'm a big modder as well, so I like modding the actual kind of game as well. So I put loads of mods to make the textures as beautiful as it is now. So I've got proper lighting in there, so a dark cave actually is a dark cave. It's not just a dimmer cave sort of
right. Moist cave.
Yeah, moist cave. We've also got like the characters' like lips and start moving with their like speech, because normally it's just like they open their mouth and then they kind of talk. It doesn't work when you go into Skyrim, but now that I've got this thing, it just makes everything just so much better.
Yeah.
And because of that, I've really gotten back into. I must have played about 40, 50 hours when I played on 360, and I think I'm back there again on the PC recently, just playing all the mods that are on there. Some of them are brilliant. You can get like Thomas the Tank Engine as the dragons. So you walk around Skyrim and you hear a choo choo. Choo choo, and you'll just see Thomas the Tank flying around, just crashing into you like, oh god.
There's that one, Randy Savage.
Yeah, you can get Randy Savage dressed as a dragon. He just goes, oh yeah. But I think the big game, obviously, I better tell people, is World of Warcraft. That game, of course it is. For being a fancy fan, I've just spent so many hours in that game. I'm not playing as much these days, or really at all. But when I did, I just had such a good time with it, and that's the only one I think I've got nearly all the books for now, and I've really gotten really into it. But again, these days, I'm not a big fan. No, I'm just not into it as much. Time to move on, I think.
Yeah.
But again, if anyone ever wanted to talk about World of Warcraft with me, I'd be glad to. I'd have about a 4-hour conversation with them. So that's just a quick list of games we can kind of like, so you can kind of have a good rise of what we like. But then it won't be what necessarily we'll be talking about generally, because we all like different games. Like I still play Madden sports stuff as well.
I play rugby games.
Yeah. So we still like different things. Just generally our favourite games tend to be the fancy or sci-fi sort of stuff. Yeah, definitely. So, but I want to just give like a brief introduction to the podcast now. So obviously, like I said before, this is the Codwagon Podcast. Now, again, obviously, video game podcast. But the format's going to be a bit different. Really, what we're just going to do is have a casual discussion between me and Hamish just about what we've been playing this week. And we'll then, at a certain point, we're just going to talk about a certain game that we played more than the rest of them. Yeah. And then maybe just it's not a big review. It's not like you should go off and buy the game or not buy the game because of what review. We're just going to explain how we like it, what we like about it. But it's going to be nothing too precious. Just kind of see what's good, see what's bad about a certain game that we played during this week, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the moment, the show's time of recording is going to be about. It's going to be about a bi-weekly podcast, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
to give us enough time to play enough games, to have enough content, at least. So obviously, we're not going to be covering news in this. If you want news, there are thousands of sites and podcasts, all to do with video games. So if you want, you can just go there, have a look at them, because we're not that informed, and people are better writing than we are. Yeah. We're good at talking, but we're not very good at writing.
No.
As some of you may notice in the show notes.
Well, you might disagree with us on that. So not very good at talking either. Not a good sign, is it?
No, we're bad at both.
Oh, God.
The episode length, again, we're not too sure. We're just going to see how this goes, and then we'll go to an average, I'm sure, by the end of it, but we're just going to keep talking until we stop.
Yeah, there won't be an introduction and further episodes anyway, so...
Not like an introduction to ourselves. We'll still have, obviously, the introduction, so what podcast we are.
Yeah, I'm not just get going. So, what games?
Yeah.
But, so maybe some episodes won't be as long as this one.
Yeah.
Because of the whole introduction bit.
Yeah, that's fine. And then, like I said, we'll just see how it all goes. And if there's any problems, or if you guys want to give us a review and just tell us what we're doing wrong or what we're doing right, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. Maybe you don't want to see Hamish anymore, we can get rid of him, it's alright, we'll cut him, it's not too much of a problem.
I should have seen this coming.
Mutiny.
It's because I refuse to sleep with him or something.
And please send us an email. We'll have the email at the end of the show as well, and send us to us. Tell us what you want, what you don't like, and we'll sort it out. We'll try and get better. Obviously, this is the first time me and Hamish have ever actually done a podcast, if you haven't already realised.
Yeah.
And we'll try and make it better, and we will get better by the end of it. And oh yeah, I think we should start the podcast, shan't we?
Start it.
Yeah. This is only the introduction.
Right.
Let's actually start.
Like Lord of the Rings is a shorter introduction than this. That's like 1,000-page long. God. People have more patience with a Bible than us. Shit. Right, okay, yeah, let's start the main gaming thing.
The gaming thing.
The gaming thing of the week.
There we are. That is actually going to be now our new intro to the gaming thing of the week.
Gaming thing.
We're a video game podcast. We don't even have a right thing for it. We're just calling it the video gaming thing.
I prepared more for my prostate exam when I did this.
So what, Hamish, have you been playing this week?
This week, I went back and revisited Halo 3.
Yeah.
For the first time in about 6 years. I've got this big bookshelf with all my games and everything on it. And sometimes I just nip through it and go, yeah, it's good times. And then I realised my Halo 3 wasn't there. All the other Halos were there. But Halo 3 wasn't. I have no idea where the hell it's gone.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening to this know where it is, please tell me. Actually, don't bother, because I went to Game Station and I was looking for Halo 3 thinking, oh yeah, I'll get another one.
Yeah.
Shouldn't cost too much, £10 at the most. I went through it, checked along the shelf of the game store. There was every other Halo, apart from 3. Like on the Xbox, of course. And I thought, oh, crap. Okay, never mind. Well, actually, I'll go up to the counter and ask.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in case they might have had one in that day and they
not always.
They haven't put it on on the shelves yet. Sort of thing.
It's a good thing I did, because they had Halo 3 for £2, and you can actually download it off the Xbox Live for £15.
Oh really?
But it's
still that expensive.
Yeah, on Halo Live.
Flipping hell. What, do you know what? Xbox just have no idea what
with
they're doing
pricing,
with that.
do they?
They're so bad. I know they've got this new thing where it goes, you get a free game a month. Sorry, PS3 have been doing that for ages.
Yeah.
And you get 8 or 9 titles a month. Right, the download. We have one, and Gears of War 1. I can buy Gears of War 1 for £5. What's the point?
Maybe less on Amazon.
Yeah, I know. It's just what?
God, they have no idea the priorities and nothing for them. But yeah, I got it for £2.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking to revisit some of the games or even start playing them again, I would recommend playing Halo Anniversary first, because it's a remake of the first game that came out of the series. But Halo 3 is definitely a perfect game if you want to start playing Halo.
Yeah, no, I understand. But would you think that Halo 3 could be a good way to start? Because I even though I played Halo 1 and 2, I could have really played Halo 3 and could have just gone straight into it without having to buy Anniversary. Especially if Halo 3 is that cheap.
It would be good if you just want to do the gameplay and everything.
Yeah.
But I think the main aspect of Halo for me really is the story.
Yeah.
So either read up on the story first, or experience it for yourself by playing Halo 1 if you've got an old Xbox.
Yeah.
Get Halo 2.
Yeah.
Or just go to a friend's house if he's got it or anything. But it's better to experience it for yourself than just read up and go straight into Halo 3 or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot better that way.
But is Anniversary, have they sorted out all the graphics in it? Does Cortana still look god-awful?
Well, that's the thing with Anniversary. They remade Combat Evolved, the first game. But if you want to go back to the old graphics, because they have remastered it to Halo 3 standards, maybe Halo Reach standards.
Yeah, okay.
The guns feel better, everything. The sounds have been remade. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But if you want that old vintage feel, you just press the back button in gameplay, and the entire screen goes back to the graphics of the first game. It just goes back to the old game.
Yeah.
So you'll feel a sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
So if someone used to play it on the first Xbox, but haven't got it anymore, you just get Anniversary, press the back button, and it's like you're playing your old game again.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's got best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just been revisiting that. It's perfect. Playing Diablo 3 with you.
Yeah.
We have a hell of a lot of fun, but I'm always a woman. I have to be a woman in that
Why?
game. Because it feels so much stronger. I don't think it's a message or anything like that, but the female characters.
Do you want to be a woman secretly?
A bit. Just a little bit. A bit. Well, I'm halfway there. I've got man breasts.
Oh, excellent.
But not really. Well, a bit. But I think most men do. A bit. There's a bit. Yeah, Diablo 3 is amazing. I love making characters. And I just love being a woman in it. That sounds, again, weird, but I don't know. You look at some of the men and they just look like pricks. They're just like...
No, they look like women.
Do they?
Yeah. If you play the mage, I can put the mage with the male and the female character together. I can't tell the difference. Same with the demon hunter. Like, no, they look exactly the same shape. Like,
what about barbarian?
No, they're different. Like they still got the same kind of like body shape, but like the male is like a badass Nord, like grey hair, like really like rough and gritty. Where the female kind of looks like she reminds me of. Did you ever play Darksiders 2?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember the like Smithy?
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah, actually,
she looks a lot like her, doesn't she?
Do you know who she reminds me of? A thinner version of the woman in Fable 2 with a big hammer.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She looks like a thinner version of her.
They've all just stolen from each other.
It seems that way.
Who started it? Well, who stole from who first then? Fable 2.
Fable 2.
So everyone stole from Fable 2, isn't they?
Yeah.
But then someone's going to say, like, oh, Fable steals from this one. Yeah. It always seems to be like ginger-haired, like strong Nordic women, isn't it? They always have that thing. They have it, like, it's even in Game of Thrones, isn't it? You got Ygritte.
Yeah.
Who's like a strong... She's not, like, beefy, but she's still, like, a strong ginger-haired woman, isn't she?
Oh, what's the name? The one with Jaime Lannister calls her wench all the time.
Yeah, but she's blonde-haired, isn't Brienne?
Yeah, but she looks like the barbarian in the game.
So if we mixed Ygritte and Brienne...
Yeah, you'd get exactly what you get in this game.
You like playing the barbarian anyway, don't you?
I do, but I'm starting to be a demon hunter right now.
Yeah.
And she's Foxy, and I like to think of myself as Foxy in my dreams. I've been playing Simpsons games.
As you may be able to tell, I can tell.
Yeah, that was Willy impression, by the way. That's the last time.
If anyone can actually guess.
That's the last time you slap your Willy around. Simpsons game, a lot of fun. Yeah. It's co-op. Yeah. If you just want a hell of a good time with loads of references to the TV series, but having an original game, it's the game. Just go for it. It's cheap by now. I think I got mine for $5.
Yeah.
F.E.A.R.
Again, with the Simpsons game, is it like you play it for nostalgia? Not nostalgia, because I don't really play Simpsons. I don't watch Simpsons anymore. I used to.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of references to the game, to the TV series as well?
There are a lot of references. Some of the missions are based on episodes.
Yeah.
But I say based. They aren't the actual episodes.
Okay.
There's just little hints, like when you see Abe Simpson when he's fighting World War II.
Yeah.
You just go back as Homer and Bart to World War II. And it's in the same setting. You got all these French people who've just put white flags outside their houses, and it's your job to take them down for morale. Yeah. And you just see Abe Lincoln in his prime. It's just brilliant. It just gives you that feeling of watching the TV series, but you're making your own TV series.
Yeah.
You're in your own little episode. It's original to the game itself.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's brilliant.
Definitely worth a look at then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even if it's quite cheap again, isn't it? For 360.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's also on PS3 as well.
It is, yeah.
So, we better explain it. A lot of the games that we want to talk about aren't going to be the new game of the week or the new game of the month or whatever. We don't have money.
Nope.
We're cheap buggers. So
we're only enough for beer.
we just have enough for beer, man. So a lot of the games that we will be reviewing will tend to be games that are a bit older, or maybe for older consoles. We will try and make them available for everyone if we can, current gen.
Yeah.
But obviously, like at one point, I'm going to have to talk about playing Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers game on the PS2. It has to be one of my favourite Lord of the Rings games.
Oh yeah.
Sort of thing. But if you don't have a PS2. You've got no chance of getting it at the moment. I know, I've looked. But it would. But then it only cost me £3 from Amazon, so I couldn't complain.
No, not in
So if you do have a PS2 and you are looking for a good Lord of the Rings game, that's definitely one to go for.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, because it's not long, but it can get quite difficult and it is a bit challenging.
It's fun as well.
Yeah. So
Kadoka, come on, tell me, what have you been playing?
I love MMOs a lot, but they're expensive and they can be hard to get into, because obviously it's all about the end game content with a lot of MMOs these days. And anyone doesn't know, they should, but just in case, it's MMO, so it's massively multiplayer online, and then RPGs as well, so role-playing games. So I recently started playing Guild Wars 2 again. Now, I did play it when it first came out, but all my computer got wiped. And
all the porn.
All the porn just gone in an instant.
Hours. Hours and hours.
So I lost it all. And then we have really slow internet here. Like, it's so bad.
Oh, God.
I mean, it would take me about 4 days just to download a 16 gigabyte game, and Guild Wars is a bit bigger than that now. But we'd recently got like the fibre optics here, so we were quite lucky. And I was like, oh, do you know I haven't played Guild Wars 2? And it was downloaded in 2 hours. It was absolutely flipping brilliant.
How much did it take before?
4 days.
Oh my God.
And I'd have to leave my computer in.
Something in the 80s.
Yeah, no. On dial-up. So
using my Acon.
And I got back into it, and because the problem is I went back into one of my main characters in the game, and who was like level 30 at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and I just ended up getting slaughtered by anything. Right, so I was like, I have to start again. Started again, and I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I really got back into it more than I thought I would. I wasn't really expecting much. I was expecting to say, oh no. I was expecting to go, oh no, this is too big. But I really like the class system in the way the game works. That you have decisions at the start of the game where you have to like choose what star sign you are and what like kind of paths you will take. So let's say that in your past your sister was killed, or you wanted to run away to the circus, or like that, and then you make this little decision in the start.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the actual quest, the main quest of your story, they come up, sort of thing. So you kind of choose your own quest in a way.
That's kind of cool.
As you're doing it, but the problem I found with it is that by level 10, you just didn't care.
Okay.
Right? So by level 10, I was just questing just in the middle of the forest somewhere. It's like, oh, they killed 15 badgers, but then and I was like, oh, I'll just go to the badgers, it's easier. So I ended up just like, because everyone was like, the PvP aspect is the best bit, and it really is.
Yeah.
But when you do PvP, you go into this giant arena where everyone's the same level. So even if you're level 30 in the actual game world, when you go to the PvP arena, you're all level 60.
Oh, right, okay.
So you all get boosted up to level 6 straight away, so everyone's pretty much on equal ground, sort of. You'd be better if you got there and trained yourself, and got all the skills you need to, but you're on equal ground damage-wise. And then it just kind of feels like this is irrelevant. If the main game is PvP, they've built all this amazing world, but haven't really done they built all this amazing world, and haven't really done anything with the actual questing.
Right, okay.
So, you don't feel like you need to be questing. At all.
It's just a waste then, like...
Yeah, I think get to level 10, you open up the arena and just start doing arenas. And it's because I really like the lore of games and stuff like that, and I like kind of getting into it, but then and it also feels like they started giving up a little bit.
It's just thrown away that way. Like.
In a way, the world is still absolutely beautiful. I love just walking around some of the cities are massive as well. Yeah. You can walk to any of them, there's no like a contested area, you can just walk wherever you want to. And some of them, there's really cool little things, you can jump off a diving board and and you can fall all the way down, it's really cool, there's loads of little bits like that. But by the end of it, you're just like, yeah, I got level 30, I've experienced what I wanted to do, and you just finish with it. But then again, it's not too much about because you only pay 40 quid.
Yeah.
And you don't pay any subscription.
Okay, well that's
so you don't have to
reasonable.
Yeah. So and that's it. You paid like whereas World of Warcraft and
continuing.
Yeah, you have to pay like $8.99 a month.
Yeah.
And you just feel a bit like I don't want to anymore.
Screw that.
Yeah. But whereas this, you can just jump back whenever you want to, level the character a little bit, then stop for a while. But I do feel like they haven't really fleshed out the questing system as well as they could have done.
I think more effort should be given to.
No, I don't know, because I think people who play Guild Wars play for the PvP. Whereas I don't. So I think personally, I didn't like it as much as I should have done. I could have done, because I just don't like the PvP aspect. Play versus player aspect of it.
Oh, right,
sort of thing. Whereas I'm more into questing, and because the questing wasn't as focused on, I think it just kind of lacks a little bit and just kind of gets a bit, I should just go to the arena, but then obviously I don't like player versus player, so why the heck would I go to the arena? There's nothing left for me, personally.
Yes.
So I'd recommend it, give it a go, and it might be on sale at some point. You'll spend enough time, you'll spend 40 quid's worth of time in it, I'd say, but if you're looking for like a big open world game, I don't think, and with loads of story and really like in-depth like lore, I don't think it's that good really.
Not fair, dude.
But it really is enjoyable, and it really is like a good battle system and how you train and your class and how it all works and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just worth a check anyway. I'd recommend to see what's on sale on Amazon we're saying Amazon a lot, aren't we?
Amazon a lot, yeah. We are like Amazon's horse.
It's because the problem is it's the only place that we can get flipping cheap things around here.
I hate eBay. I really don't like eBay. The whole
I don't like Play either. Cause
I'm not one of those guys that sits on the go and goes, "Oh, I don't like conflict."
No,
like
no.
with the whole bidding thing.
Oh yeah.
I can't be bothered.
No, it's just
honestly can't be
you
bothered.
can buy it now. A lot of companies who go on eBay tend to do buy it now stuff, don't they?
Yeah,
but
that's
again,
better.
Yeah,
If I want something and I'm shopping for it, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have to go against some bastard in the chair eating a donut and going, "Oh, I'll have that," and I will just click the button 2 minutes before the countdown.
Oh no, it's more like
closes
10
down.
seconds.
10 seconds.
Sniping it right at the end, like, yeah.
What the hell?
But then eBay's where you get like the big stuff, isn't it? Like caravans and like
God, yeah.
stuff like that, isn't it? Where I think when most people just do online shopping, they tend to stick to the same sites, don't they?
I'm always on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's good for deals as well, especially with consoles. My sister was telling me a little while ago with the PS3 around Christmas time, and that's a bit early now. But when it gets to around Christmas time, look out because Amazon do things like they've just had a Blu-ray sale on. They do that with they do things like that with consoles.
Yeah.
She was thinking about getting a PS3 at one point, which came down to 60-70 quid.
Yeah.
Which is not bad at all, considering.
Yeah, I guess I always trying to do the search, especially when it's something big. I always try to do the research of what I'll get for my money. And like sometimes I'll go to, like down to my game and stuff, and I'm on HMV because sometimes HMV like have no idea what they're doing with video games, and they just like, oh dear. But then you can sometimes they'll be selling a game that could be really expensive for like dirt cheap because they just don't know. Whereas like places like Game could be like selling, they tend to do quite well with consoles. Where I got my Wii U from.
Yeah,
I think they got a good
good
prices on it. Yeah, they got good prices there, sort of thing. So I always try and shop around for big things, but if it's something that I need and I can't be arsed driving because I'm a lazy poo, I will tend to just go,
Poo?
Yeah, lazy poo.
You're a lazy poo.
Yeah.
What the hell are you, 5? You're a lazy shit. Come on. God's sake. I can't stress it anymore.
It's quite funny because I'm sure I've said fuck once already in the show.
So why not?
Oh no, I just felt right saying lazy poo. You know, if it just the word feels right.
No.
Yeah.
Not poo.
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough about the great caca. What else have you been playing?
I also completed Rayman Legends.
Right, next.
Absolutely loved it.
Next.
Brilliant, okay.
Next.
Do you not like Rayman at all?
I played the first one.
Yeah.
I really love the first one. I've still got it at home. Especially the bit when you jump on top of a mosquito and go through a level.
Yeah.
And when the mosquito turns towards the camera,
it
looks like Rayman's got a pair of tits and a big cock. It does. The mosquitoes.
Anything to do with you with boobs, right? I can't find out.
I'm terrified
Has
of
there been
boobs.
a review of
I'm
boobs?
terrified of boobs, alright? Don't
This
judge
is the
me.
first episode and you've already explained to people that you're terrified your phobias.
Yeah,
Especially in video games, it's not supposed to be therapy.
it's like the audience can see inside me.
I don't think they want to.
No, neither do I. Shit. Okay, fine. What's so good about Rayman Legends? Because I played the first one, it was really good. I played Rayman 2 and 3, and they went into the whole
Raven Rabbits.
third person
Oh yeah,
jumping up,
did.
and it wasn't the 2D
good.
scroller that it used to be.
Well, this is 2D scroller.
So it's gone back to basics.
Yeah.
It's actually good now.
It's gone back to exactly what it was originally. It's got first was Origins, which was about 2010, and this one came out 2012, sort of thing, and it's completely back to It's completely back to what it used to be. 2D scroller, and you're just going from left to right. Technically, that's what it is. It's left to right, but then also there's different paths. But generally, the majority of most levels are left to right. Okay. And you have to collect little tinsies on the way that have been stolen, and then you have to
still in the cages.
Yeah, they're still in their cages, sort of thing, and you have to kind of like try and find them in those little secret areas in the map. What I think I like about it is the music in it. They've really made the music like work with how when you jump and when you bounce and all that sort of stuff. But what is really good is when you finish a set of levels so you got a level, and then every level has like 8 or 10 missions.
Yeah. And
then at the end of those missions, you get a special mission where you have to like dance with the beat. So you'll be running, you automatically run, you can't not run, sort of thing. And then you have to jump and dodge and evade and hit at the beat. So there'll be a song, so there'll be copyrighted songs. Like one of them is the Rocky theme song, but it's done with like Spanish kind of music. The Mexican
mariachi.
Mariachi band sort of thing. And then you've got to kind of jump and like dodge out of the way of these like monsters that are coming towards you in that song. But the song helps you in a way with the rhythm. So you're jumping, and so you go dun, boom, and you jump.
We need to try this.
Dun, dun, jump.
We need to try this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Rocky song. And
we get copyrighted. Do you think that might be a problem if we do the Rocky song?
What is not copyrighted?
The song.
Okay. I'm going to sing a beat.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very simple.
Okay.
And it's just going to be dan, 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 dan,
evade.
dan,
Jump.
Dun 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 dun. Dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Death.
It's pretty good. It's all we've got talent.
Yeah. We could work with Rayman. They should hire us after that.
I quite enjoy that.
Yeah, that's right. Very well.
Actually, that bit does sound kind of fun because I don't think I've ever played something that's actually incorporated music.
Oh no, it's absolutely brilliant. It works really well. And then like when you finish, I better not spoil it for anyone because the last level is all those songs again in 8-bit version.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's an 8-bit version style game as well. Like they've made it like pixelated and stuff, so it's a lot harder. So, I really recommend trying to finish the game. I did. Not 100%. I just completed all the levels. I just wanted to experience every level.
Yeah.
And you even go back to the Origins ones, which were the original 2010 game.
Oh, okay.
So if you haven't played that one, don't buy Origins. There's no point. Buy Legends. I bought it for £20, I think. Right, and that was like 2 months after it come out as well, so I have no idea why it was so cheap.
Pretty
but
good.
you also get Origin levels back in it as well.
Oh, okay.
Not all of them, but just the best ones.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, there's no point getting Origins. Just play Legends, and then when you do a lot of missions in Legends, you can do the Origin ones as well. Then.
Oh, that's fair, dude.
So you pretty much get 2 games in one. And then you've also got this new thing called Kung Foot or something like that, where you can have 2 players. It's still side scroller, but you have to play football. With one, you have one character each, and you hit it in the air, and you kick it into the goal, and that is quite fun. It's quite aggressive as well.
I've seen people play that.
Yeah.
It's like there's 2 elevated bits on either side of the screen that works as the goal, and you've got all the characters, some are on one side, some on the other. And when the ball comes along, you just have to hit it and make sure that it goes into the goal bit.
Yeah.
I've seen that on YouTube.
Yeah, and people get really aggressive and angry. It's like, really
it's
intense.
Like house party.
Yeah.
That sort of thing going on.
Yeah, definitely. You can have I think it's up to 4 players, isn't it? So then you can just keep swapping in and out sort of thing. When you want. It's just a really good laugh. And I think they did it well with Origins, but I think they've just improved it tenfold in this Legends. And then even, like I said, even added the Origin maps as well, so you don't have to miss out on any of the Origin stuff either. So definitely worth a buy, I'd say.
Okay.
Even if you just want a bit of fun, even if you just want just a bit of fun for, I think I played it for about 10, 11 hours of that to do every mission. It's easy. Actually, it's not easy, I'll tell you that. It gets difficult. The last levels are just brutal. Really brutal. You have to avoid, there'll be like thousands of things coming at you. You're just like trying to avoid it, you just start panicking. But if you keep playing it, you will just get better and better the more you play it, and you will be like pro by the end sort of thing.
Oh,
so it's definitely worth a go.
I'll give that a shot.
Another game, noticed a really, really just awesome game that I have never experienced before is Super Metroid. I've never played any of the Metroid games ever in my life, and the Wii U brought out the Super Metroid, and I was like, I've got £5 in the bank, let's give it a go. In the Wii U bank doobry, currency thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft points.
Yeah, sort of thing. Yeah. I went, no, I'm going to give it a go, and it's brilliant. It still holds up today. I don't think they've done any HD text, rejigs or whatever they do normally, sort of thing. They're changing it all, making it look better. Remastering, yeah, that's the word. No, they've literally just made it the same game, just put it on a bigger screen, or put it on you can play it on your little Wii U handheld device.
Oh, that's cool.
So you have the little pad, your gamepad, the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, with a touchscreen.
Yeah, and it's absolutely brilliant. Now, I got through it in 7 hours. I know it's not great, but I've never played it before. So I never even played any of the Metroid games. So it was really interesting to go through all these new corridors, and there's all it's I keep wanting to call it a roguelike. It's not a roguelike. It's you're looking at, it's like I said, Rayman 2D side scroller, but you go through corridor to corridor, and then there are enemies in each corridor and you kill them. But if you go back into the corridor, the enemies respawn, so you can, it's not like you just kill them once and they're gone, and because the place is so big that you just wouldn't be able to level up or anything. To
just be alone.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what's great is the item upgrades are really cool. They feel really satisfying trying to find them all. You get these energy tanks that fill your energy bar up so you can have more life. You can get missile upgrades, but they're not upgrades to the actual guns themselves. You just get more of them. Yeah. So you start with 5 of each. You get a missile, super missile, and power bomb. And then each one of them, upgrade you get gives you another 5, and those are really necessary. But you have to go and try and find them. You have to just go off the beaten track, and some of them are in there'll be a little rock somewhere that you need to explode to get to a secret passage, and it's really hard to find.
Sounds
and
puzzling.
But then it's so kind of satisfying getting to some of the places and having to learn these skills.
Yeah.
And you feel you feel weak at the start, but by the time you're at the end and you're at the end boss, you do feel really powerful and like, I'm up for this, I'm gonna go for this sort of
Oh
thing.
hell yeah, boy.
Yeah, and it's gonna and you do actually like you get better as well. You like you remember, you'll start remembering every room by the end of it. You'll know like, okay, I need to dodge, ice, dodge, like that, use your ice beam, slow them down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you will slowly become more aggressive, because I was rubbish. I died like 8 times, right? And that was like on the first boss. I was panicking, like, oh no, what's going on? Just throwing bombs at him. Like, is this working? I don't know. But by the end of it, you start learning like how to
terrorist
do
now.
Just
Terrorist.
Just throwing bombs at aliens. Yeah, sorry about that. But what I think was really good about it is you don't have to have played the first 2.
Okay.
They give you a brief introduction at the start of what's happened in the last 2 and like who maybe the main bad guy is of the series, sort of thing.
What are the games you've been playing? Because all those games that you've been playing, apart from all those games I haven't really played. So, what else have you been playing?
Well, obviously we played Diablo 3 together.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. But I think you have played all Zelda Ocarina of Time, haven't you?
No.
Really?
The only Zelda game I've played was... Oh, I don't remember what console it was.
Yeah.
It's the one with the controllers that are slightly rounded.
GameCube.
No. It's the one... It's like, I think it was after SNES.
Oh! So that's the 64, isn't it?
No.
It was NES, SNES. It was in 64.
It might be in the... It might be the SNES. I really don't remember, but it's the same game that Star Wars Episode 1 was on it. And I just remember playing at my cousin's house, and I was shit at it. I was really terrible.
What was this? What does it look like? Like, I mean, like...
It looks like Pokemon.
Yeah, no, that was Link Between Worlds, that's the SNES.
Right, yeah, that's
Link to the Past, sorry, that's SNES. So you're looking down at the like Zelda, like a Pokemon game,
and
like
you go
did Red and Blue. Yeah,
that's the last one I've played.
Yeah.
It was like 15 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, okay then. Okay, that's that. No, the Ocarina of Time is the one that came off of the 64. But they also re-released it recently on the 3DS, where they had like it's kind of HD remake of it, and it looks amazing. I was like, what is the difference of it? It's just unbelievable, really, because you look at the 64 version, they're all like kind of pixel. You can't really tell Zelda's face. Right? Everyone's face is a bit like, I'm not sure that's a face.
Oh, is this?
Right? But they've remastered it. I think they must have gone back literally and just redid everything.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like a game that came out like last year, sort of thing. You can still notice some bits like in the background they haven't really done much with it, but that's just nitpicking, really.
Nitpicking.
Yeah. But then what they also did when I think it came out on the GameCube, they had this like Master Zelda sort of like collection, and they had the Master Quest of it.
Okay.
Of the Ocarina of Time, and everything is a heck of a lot harder. So what's interesting is that when you play it, they've mirrored the whole world. So I know Ocarina of Time like the back of my hand nearly.
Yeah.
Right. So when I got into this world, and this is what I've been playing this week. I've never given it a go. The Master Quest. They had spun the world around. So everything that should be in a certain area was in the opposite area, and it doesn't make sense when I'm trying to like describe it. But when you're playing it, you're like, wait a minute. If I go out of the house now, on my right should be the like town hall. Should be the shop. And then on my left should be like a person just standing there.
Yeah.
Well, it's the opposite way around.
So it just mindfucks you completely.
Completely.
Oh wow, okay.
I had no idea where I was going for 20 minutes. Something that should take me 5 minutes to get a shield and a sword took me about half an hour because I was trying to I knew where they all were. I just couldn't find them.
Backwards.
Yeah, it was
so weird.
And it really got me to start with. And I was like, okay, I can get used to this. I'll get used to it. And then I go into the first dungeon using the Great Deku Tree. Right? And this bat comes down and kills me in 2 hits. And I'm like, yeah, a bat. It's one of the easiest, it's the easiest enemy in the game. Hits me and kind of die. And I'm just like, wait a minute. They're supposed to give half a health, take half a damage.
Yeah.
No, they took like pretty much 1.5. Like, great, thanks, mate. They only give you 3 hearts to begin with, and you earn them as you go along. So I was like, I haven't passed the Great Deku Tree, which is the easiest level in the game. I've yet to pass it because I can't do it.
So much for that.
So I'm gonna have to really train, just get down and start training and start playing easier enemies because. I don't think there is any easier enemies than the bat. I think there's these weird little plant things that kind of stick about the ground and start gnawing on you. But that's yeah, exactly. That's all. It's pretty much the issue. But that's all I can do. Really.
Oh, God. Why did you put yourself through this?
I don't know. I just love Zelda so much. And
yeah, fair enough.
Like I say, I finished when Link Between Worlds came out just before Christmas. I completed that.
Oh, fucking
I completed that in about 2 days. I was just like, I just
Your
couldn't stop
family
playing.
will so love you.
No.
Come, Chris, come and have family time. No, fuck you, playing games. Like,
No, I was having family time. They just didn't notice the 3DS behind the table.
sneaky bastard.
Yeah. See, no one sees it, you know.
I understand. Anything else? Anything else you've been playing?
Flappy Bird.
What?
I hate that game.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, man. Stupid Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird. That's been banned now.
No, it hasn't been banned. It's been taken down. The guy's taken it down.
Taking it down, yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm earning too much money, and
No,
people are
it's
getting
getting
addicted.
death threats.
Yeah, but you get death threats all the time, isn't it? The internet, everyone gets death threats. Like literally, I could probably look on Blizzard's site, and there'd be thousands of death threats in there because it's just the internet being the internet, isn't it?
Oh,
just like,
God, yeah.
I'm behind my computer. I'll say what I bloody want, sort of thing. And I think it's just one of. I think he's going to get more death threats now that he's taken it down. Than he would have done if he was. I think he must have been. There must have been some reason. I think when people getting addicted or something, he was a bit nervous about that.
Because people are spending way too much time on it and getting really frustrated with it.
Why
But it's just a game. You flap on the little bird through Mario tubes.
Yeah, I know. What's even worse, I can't believe how addicting it is as well. Addictive it
is very addictive.
And I was like, why the heck has that gone that big?
I mean, I don't. What's that birds game? Angry Birds.
Yeah.
That's addictive, but I don't see anyone taking it down or anything.
No.
There's a lot more style. There's a lot more to it. There's more substance to Angry Birds. But Flappy Birds, it was fun. Get over yourselves, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Anyway, let's get off the old Flappy. We're back to the bed talk, aren't we? The
Flappy. Back to the Flappy.
The Flappy thing. One game I got to really bring up though, because I'm quite a late bloomer for this game. The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
What's the company that made it again?
Telltale Games.
Telltale Games, yeah. It's been out for about a year now, and I went through the entire game in about 2 days. I played like 5 episodes and then 400 days. I'm downloading Season 2, Episode 1 right now.
Yeah.
And, God, if you guys really want a game that you can integrate yourself into the personality of the main character and want to make choices, like, if you play a game like Lord of the Rings War in the North, it doesn't matter what you say to different characters, nothing's going to change. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
But this game, depends how you treat people, depends what actions you take, and depends what you do, decides the rest of the game. And not in a Mass Effect kind of way either. This is more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's not a universe is in peril thing. It's the person that's closest to you is in peril, sometimes, and so are other people that you know. But you've got to do what you think is right. And it's so hard to get that across in a game, especially. In a film, you get it across all the time. In the Walking Dead TV series, you get that with Rick.
Yeah.
But to put a player into an objective character, to get that across perfectly, The Walking Dead is definitely the game that you should seek out. I give it 5 stars. We don't even do stars.
No, we haven't got stars.
We don't even do out of 10s.
No, if you give 5 stars out of 10, it's not a very good review, is it? It's a mediocre review.
Actually, I'm going to start. I'm going to give it... going to look around. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 pint glass. Got 5 pints. 5 pints out of pints.
5 pints out of pints. Excellent. That's a good review. But then, because the only problem I had with that game was the flipping action.
Action.
I give it 4 stars. I'm taking 1 star away because
You fiend?
I'm taking 1 pint away from you there, Hamish, because that pint. Sorry, not talking about pints now. I'm obsessed. Sorry.
My liver is going to thank you so much.
It's taking the one away from you. I can hear it. Oh, thank you.
No, it's dead.
No.
My liver is dead.
That's all right then. Should we bury it?
Bury what?
The liver?
No, it's up where it is. My stomach.
It can't be happy. It's dead.
You know nothing of my liver. Don't pretend like you know my liver. You've seen it once. But yeah, anyway,
awesome.
The action bits and
it's awful. It really is bad, and it's one of the bit I really had a problem with it. But luckily, it doesn't rely on the combat.
No.
There'll be a point where you're being attacked by a zombie, and you're like, meh. And all you have to do is press Q. Oh, sorry, I play it on the PC, but is it A or Y or something?
It's usually X.
Oh, something like that. Yeah. Where I was playing, you just constantly press Q, and you keep smashing Q down, and then press E, and it comes off, and it's just like. It's not really that, wow, God, I'm in a fight with a zombie. You're just like, I'm pressing Q.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a new one by Telltale as well called Wolf Among Us.
I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, you haven't played it yet, have you? And the action in that, it's the same sort of style. Whatever you do, revolves around every situation you put yourself into, and whatever you say has an effect on the rest of the game and could really affect the gameplay itself. They really kind of focus on the combat of the game, and there's in the first like episode, same as Telltale, it comes out in episodes.
Yeah.
Same as Walking Dead, it comes out in episodes. You have to actually, like, if you get punched in the face, that punch in the face will be there for the rest of the game, but you can then fight back. You won't be just punched and then you're down. You punched and punched again. You can literally be punched right into the last moment, and then you can fight back again.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And there'll be different cutscenes depending where you go, and then you'll actually see all the is Bigby, the main character you're playing. Like Lee is in Walking Dead. Yeah, Bigby.
Bigby.
Yeah. You can just see his face is being absolutely smashed to pieces, sort of thing. Or you can be completely clean, depending if you're really good and you're just like bought there. You didn't even touch you at all.
That'll be me.
No, I'm sure. But then what's quite good about season 2 of The Walking Dead is they fixed that, and I think they must have had to talk or conversed with the Wolf Among Us guys, and have put that sort of combat in the Walking Dead game, so it feels a lot better now. So as long as they've got the story right in this season, I think this definitely could be £5 out of 5. To be honest with you,
£5. That's going to be a thing.
I'll give you a pint for that if they do the story right. But
I'll hold you to it. That's a song.
Oh, okay.
It's only a line. You can't do anything.
you can't sue us.
You can't sue. But not all the action bits were bad in it.
Yeah.
Like some of the points where like you had to close a door and zombies were bursting through, and you had to you just had to mash down on X, then press A. Oh yeah, it's done. But at some points, like at a point you're in school at one point, and you completely don't expect it, especially with how the game's developed at that point through you.
Yeah.
You wield a gun, and you do have to shoot some zombies that are coming towards you, and that's the last thing that you do expect in a game where action isn't the main thing.
What did you think about the shooting? It
wasn't fluid, but then again, the main character isn't an assassin who knows how to wield a gun. Neither are you.
No.
Unless you've got experience wielding firearms, it feels a lot more realistic because you're a bit flimsy with it. You're a bit stiff with this gun. You can tell like the main character's only used it a few times. I myself have never used a gun. A real gun. But it feels really realistic. But then again, that could just be really unintentional because it's just really bad action. But if you say that Season 2 has improved on that, then I really look forward to seeing what it has in store, because there's another season coming out. Season 1 is already out on Xbox Live. You can download it. I think it's $3.99 an episode.
You can also get an iOS device.
Yes.
And on the iPad, you can get it on PlayStation. Yeah, you might as well get the game of the year. Like, there's no point getting episodes now. You might as well just get the game itself. Now for the whole 5 episodes, it'll be about the length of a game anyway. It's about 6 hours. No, less than that. About 3 hours an episode, isn't it?
About 3 hours an episode.
Yeah. So
but just be careful when you do buy it, because sometimes when you get the Game of the Year edition, which is a physical actual game box with a disc inside, just check to see what price you're paying. Because sometimes just downloading it's cheaper. Yeah,
but then you could, like, people, especially around us, and the internet might not be that good.
Yes, that's true.
That could be a problem. I played it on PC, so luckily my internet was just good enough to kind of download it. But there could be places where they can only get discs.
Yes.
Sort of thing. So I would recommend investing in that kind of game. It's definitely different to any game I've seen. I know Telltale have done some flops recently.
They have.
Jurassic Park. Wow.
Jurassic Park. Back to the Future they did as well, didn't they?
That got quite okay reviews, didn't it? It wasn't as like decision making though. It wasn't it was more like a puzzly sort of.
It was unnecessary in my opinion.
Yeah, I only really played the first episode.
I mean, with the Jurassic Park game, you go back after the travesty that happened on Isla Nublar.
Okay.
You go back to after the film.
Yeah.
You can find references. You can find Dennis Nedry, the large guy who loses the can.
Yeah.
He gets attacked by the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
You can find his Jeep with his entrails inside.
Lovely.
Or you can, it's perfect. And the main quest of the game is to find that little can.
Okay.
With the DNA inside.
Yeah.
It might not be the main quest, but it's one of the quests.
Yeah.
I've only played a few levels. But there's plenty of throwbacks to the first game. Whether Back to the Future trilogy, it's just, with the game, it just feels unnecessary. There's nothing really you can add on to the games. Or to the films, I mean.
Yeah. Have you heard what they're going to bring out, though, this year, or maybe next year?
What are they bringing out? We said we're not going to do news.
No, it's not news. It's not news, it's information.
Okay.
See, it's different.
No, it's not.
It's a different name, different thing, obviously.
fuck is that? Okay.
No, GFY. So, you've got Borderlands 2 coming out, The Tales of the Badlands, or something like that it's called.
Maybe? Is it another DLC?
No, it's Telltale's. This is Telltale Games.
For Borderland?
Yeah.
Borderlands?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Gearsoft have let them use their franchise.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Interesting. But there are some really good characters. Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2.
Oh, yeah.
Mordecai.
She's awesome.
I know, right?
Tiny Tina is like the most charismatic character you can get in a game. Cool. She is awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, how old is she in the game?
14, I think.
She's 14 and she can kick your ass in
No, she's 14 since she's expert in like TNT and
she's a demolition expert.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I need to play the DLC with Bunkers and Badasses. It's come out.
Oh,
it's called Tiny Tina Dungeon Keeper. I think it depends where you are.
Something like that. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to play it. Yeah.
She's one of the best characters in that game.
Oh, she's just one of the best characters in video game history. She's just like such a surprise because Borderlands, you have your crazy people.
You do.
But then you have like Tiny Tina who you have to like make. She has like a tea party, and then she brings the crazy guy that killed her parents.
She tortures him.
Yeah, it's just like what's going on?
Hey, could you go and get my bunnies in there, badonk-donks?
Yeah, she acts like a gangster, doesn't she? When she's like, she's like, what? Where has this character come from?
And you want to know more about her.
Yeah, and I think that'd be quite interesting. That's why I'm thinking maybe they do like a Tiny Tina DLC.
That would be awesome.
I don't think... Not the DLC. I mean, like
a game
in Telltale. But I think they're going to do it by person, maybe. So they might do like one for Handsome Jack.
Because you don't know anything about him, do you?
No.
Handsome Jack is the main, for people that don't know.
Yeah.
In Borderlands 2, he's the main villain. He's the main antagonist. And
he's awesome.
He's very awesome. He's very sarcastic.
Yeah,
and he's very antagonistic. He really... He does some things in that game that really strike a nerve in you.
Yeah.
Especially if you play the first one. But then...
Yeah, he's not in the first one, though. He's never referenced.
No.
But he referenced... When you play the second one, he's referenced back in, like... the first one, sort of thing.
And that's
That's
why you want to know more about him.
Yeah, definitely.
And if they did a DLC for every one of these characters that you really want to see.
Yeah, so I mean, Telltale is doing it themselves, doing their own character on each one. I think it should be interesting.
Yeah.
The one you might be excited about, Game of Thrones.
What?
Telltale are doing a Game of Thrones one.
Oh really?
I'm not sure what it's about though. I don't know if it's going to be about the characters in the game. It's going to be something different.
No, I've been hurt before.
No, I know that Game of Thrones. What game that came? When did it come out? Like last year, was it? The year before?
Oh god, I was in my third year in uni.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones game. I bought it for £30.
Yeah.
I played it for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I know. I usually give games at least a few hours before I make my decision if I keep playing or not. But the cinematic of the first 10 minutes is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really good, and you can tell. Yeah, it's got that feel to it.
Yeah.
Maybe more about the books. It's got more of a feel of the books world than the TV show. But then, oh god, just the battle system. It's awful.
Is it, what kind of style is it?
It's third person. It's Final Fantasy 13. Sorry, no, Final Fantasy 12. You are semi-movement. You do move around, but you don't lunge forward with your sword or anything.
Yeah.
You press a button to defend, or attack, and you only get 3 slots.
Okay.
And then you use that one up, use that one up, use that one up, and then you put more commands in.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. I couldn't even get past. I could get past it. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
That's not what Game of Thrones.
It's just interesting, was it? Yeah, maybe more the story. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe the Telltale one will be more about the story.
I really hope so.
If you're looking for a really good fantasy game though, that is really kind of like in the kind of it's more adult. This is, and I can't stress enough that this is a really adult game. Is Witcher or Witcher 2? Witcher 2 probably a better one to go for.
Witcher 2.
Right. I'm trying to say it's adult. I don't count Grand Theft Auto as an adult game.
Do you?
No, I think it's
Jeez, don't have kids.
No, but I
still
wouldn't give them it until they're 18,
right?
Right? But I mean, in the fact that it's just silly. You whatever you do, you're still going to run over pedestrians. You're not going flying, and it's not. You don't take when you're playing Grand Theft Auto, and you run someone over. You don't feel the consequences of doing
pixels
that.
That
you don't care.
No.
And the sex scenes or whatever there is in there, you just doesn't bother. Having sex with a prostitute, it's just funny. It's just not. You don't go, yes, this is brilliant. This is real life stuff. It's it's not. It's just it's just stupid car moving up and down a little bit.
There's no breasts because otherwise I'd be terrified. Okay.
Well, you don't play Witcher 2 then. But Witcher 2 just feels like really kind of. You really feel for you play. His name's Geralt.
Geralt.
But he's spelt in Welsh, like I usually would in Welsh, Geralt.
Geralt.
Yeah, but everyone calls him Geralt or something, and it just makes sense to me. But to me, it's Geralt. Yeah. So you're playing.
Yawn.
Sorry.
You're turning into Welsh.
Yeah, I'm turning Welsh slowly. Sorry
We're both
about that.
Welsh first language.
Yeah. So some more than others, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
You play as like Geralt, and he kind of he's like a badass. He's really cool, but the combat system is kind of I can't describe it to you. You know, it's one of them games that I haven't played in ages, and I really can't describe the battle system to you. You can. It's not like encounters. It's like an RPG, as in like Skyrim sort of style.
Yeah.
So you third person, you zoom out and you start hacking, slashing. But then you also have like bows and arrows, you have like magic, like rune magic and use sort of stuff.
This is fantasy again.
Yeah, again fantasy.
Yeah,
I know. But
now it's your thing, fair enough.
But it's like a lot of the decisions you can make in the game are a lot more dramatic, and they're a lot harder to choose, and they're a lot harder to watch in some cases. Like there are some brutal bits in the game. You're just like, what the hell? Even when Gareth does it as well, to kill somebody, it's just like you feel like you have just killed someone doing it. And I was really I only got like 3 hours into the game, and I was still like, bloody hell, this is like ongoing sort of thing. So if you're looking for a good game with a really good story to it, and really good like action, good like really well thought out combat, and an even better story that's really kind of like intense, I really would recommend Witcher 2. You don't need really to play the first one, to be honest with you.
No.
The first one's okay. I got it for like £2 I think on Steam, but the second one, the graphics look absolutely amazing anyway. See, it's just like visually really pleasing. I don't think it's open world. I think the next third one's coming out as open world. This one you kind of follow a linear. Like, do you remember the first Fable?
Yes,
that
yeah.
sort of style.
The paths aren't exactly
cut
open. But...
but you can still kind of wander around a bit, but not much.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth a play, especially if you want to kind of have like a really good like Game of Thronesy, very not really political like Game of Thrones is, but more action based, but with a really good story. I'd recommend going for that.
I really would.
And you can get it. You probably get about £15 on 360. And I think it's most current gen. Oh, would you call it current gen now? The 360?
Do you know? I still consider the 360 current gen
Because it's still.
There's still games coming out for it. That's
Yeah.
how I consider things current gen. I know Xbox One and the PS4 are, they are the newest gen.
Yeah.
But there's like 6 games have come out for each of them.
Yeah.
You can't really consider them both, seeing as the main market right now is still Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So when we use current gen, we mean 360 to Xbox One, or PS3 to PS4, and Wii and things.
No, I won't call Wii U, I'd say now.
Wii U.
Because there's no Wii games coming out, I don't
No,
think.
there isn't, no. Wii U and Steam.
Yeah.
The newest ones to come to
3DS
it.
as well.
3DS, yeah.
Right, I think that's the end of our podcast, don't you think? I think we've
that's
talked for too long.
We have talked quite a bit, yeah. It's been fun. It's been really fun doing this. We should do this again.
More often.
Oh, we are.
Oh yeah, next week. Next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, and you owe me a beer.
No, I don't. Until Telltale tell us that the game is going to be story is going to be really good in it. I don't owe you.
No. It's the action.
No, the action's already good, but the story has to be as good. That's how you get the 5 pints.
No, 5 pints.
Yeah.
I thought you said 1 pint. Yeah, I'm going 5 pints.
No, you're not having 5 pints.
No, you told me.
You already voted it was 5 pints.
You just told me you're giving me 5 pints.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you said 1 earlier.
I can't afford it.
Well, no, I mean, neither do I. Speaking of which, I need another beer, actually. There might not be a podcast because the Lecky company might just cut us off.
Yeah, the Legend company might come up, but well.
Nah,
I'm sure we'll survive.
Yeah, probably.
We'll use the batteries. What we'll do is we'll get Hamish on a treadmill, and he'll run, and we'll do the podcast that way.
Yeah.
So we'll just kind of present the podcast while you're still running on a treadmill.
Hell, why not? I'm being paid for it.
No, you're not.
You can go fuck yourself. Cadwgan, it's been an honour.
Has it?
No. But it's been fun.
Yes.
I'll say that much. It's really been fun.
Excellent.
We shall do this when we're doing this next.
It should be in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time, yeah. I hope you've enjoyed what we've been doing. I hope you've had some new ideas for some new games that you might want to be playing.
Yeah.
I hope you've gotten to know us a little bit, and
we do sincerely apologise about that.
Thank you for joining us so much, Cadwgan. It's been an honour. Thank you. It's not really been, but it's been good.
Harsh. Come on.
It's a bit harsh, yeah. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's really been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed what we do. Mm-hmm. And like Cadwgan said earlier, if you've got any suggestions what you want us to see or play in the next 2 weeks, send us an email.
Yeah.
Or if you've got any constructive criticism, Because we're only starting out. This is our first thing.
You can say in the start of the podcast, this is actually the first thing we've ever done.
The very first thing.
Audio-wise, anyway, podcast-wise, is the first thing we've ever done. So, guys, we will be terrible. We do apologise. But then, if you guys say we need to cut it down a little bit more, make it longer even, we will. We'll also, if you guys want to get rid of us, then you can.
Yes.
We'll have a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of this podcast forever.
And I can get rid of Cadwgan. As easy as that.
No. That's my microphone.
Yeah, I know. This is my house.
No, it's not.
No, I know.
It's my house. If you have any suggestions, please email us at codwagon@hotmail.co.uk. We really need some feedback. We want to say if we're doing good, if we're doing bad, what you want us to change. Please let us know. You can also follow us at Codwagon on Twitter, and you can also follow my Twitter at Cadwgan510, and Hamish's at
Hamkerchief. There's also a YouTube channel called Hamkerchief. If you want to look at your channel, or if you want to look at mine, or you just want to get in contact with either one of us, email or YouTube or Twitter. Just do any one of them, and we'll respond to you as quick as possible.
Excellent. Right then. Bye.
Good tie.
Hey guys, I just want to give a shout out. The intro and outro music was actually created by a YouTube guys called Hat Films. Please go and check them out at youtube.com/Hat Films. Or if you like the music and you want to hear more of their stuff, please check them out at hatfilms.bandcamp.com. Thank you very much. Bye.